Many districts have made the decision to disable the Gemini app for students. But did you know that Google Search has its own special version of Gemini that's quite a bit more challenging to disable? Hi, my name is John Silwash. Welcome to the Google Admin Bootcamp. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to disable 3 hidden Gemini elements that are part of Google Search. First, we'll look at how to disable AI mode, which is promptly displayed right when you visit the Google homepage. Secondly, I'll show you how to partially disable the AI snippets that appear at the top of a Google search result page. And then finally, I'll show you how to disable Google Lens, which allows you to use your camera to perform AI searches. Now, these 3 things can be very useful, but I understand and recognize that districts are wrestling with how AI fits into teaching and learning. And while those conversations are happening, sometimes it's important to take a pause. So use this to start the conversation in your district as you thoughtfully consider how you can implement AI for teachers and students. Disabling the AI mode for Google Search is probably the easiest, most straightforward option. Every version of Google Search has its own unique URL. The AI mode has this URL here, which ends in UDM50. So what we're going to do is we're going to navigate in the Google Admin Console to the Devices section, down to Chrome, and then to the Settings page. We're going to configure this as a Chrome user and browser policy. So here we are in the user and browser section. And we're going to scroll down to a policy called URL blocking. I usually just do a Control F to find it. And you've probably used this for other things as well. And we are simply going to add this URL into our blocked URL list. That will disable the AI mode for search. When a student clicks on the button, it'll say, sorry, you don't have access to this service. Now, this is tied to the user being signed into the Chrome browser. So right now, I'm applying this to my student organizational unit. If you're on a Chromebook, that's not a problem. They're signed in. We know who they are, so they'll get that policy. If you're on a Mac, PC, or iPad, this policy will only take effect if you are managing the Chrome browser. And they have to be signed in with their district account. Let's tackle the AI overviews next. This is that little snippet that appears at the top of random Google search pages that you might get. This one's a little trickier, and it's only a partial solution. We're going to still be in the same section of the admin console. So we're in Devices, Chrome, Settings, and we're still in the user and browser section. But this time we're going to search for the Omnibox search provider. This one right here. Go ahead and open that one up. Now, just as a reminder, the Omnibox is that box up at the very top of your screen. So this is a Google search in and of itself, and we can configure what happens or the search experience that students are presented when they use that search box on their Chromebook or the Chrome browser. So we're going to change this to the following values. Now, I will put a link in the video description to a blog post I wrote where you can see these and copy and paste them. You can give whatever name you want, the keyword, but this is the key one right here. Again, we're looking at this UDM. 14 is kind of the naked search, or just the plain regular Google search with no AI overviews included. So we'll put that in there, search suggest as well, and there's a few other items that you'll include. So again, look at the link in the video description. You can copy and paste these values and save this. This will remove the AI snippets. If a student goes up here and searches for puppies or something, you will not see the AI overviews here. I don't have this one configured for my account. But if they just go to regular Google, google.com, and do a search, the Omnibox search provider we configured does not impact just the regular Google search page. So the AI overviews will appear there. The last thing we'll do is tackle Google Lens. Now, Lens is integrated into a whole bunch of different places in the Chrome browser and Chrome OS. So there's a couple different settings that we'll have to adjust. The first thing we're going to do is actually head back to that URL blocking section. So again, devices, Chrome settings, user and browser settings, and search for URL blocking. And we're going to add another URL. This time we're just going to add lens.google.com, and that will prevent the lens right on the Google homepage. Now, I have not found a way to actually disable lens and remove the little icon, but when students click on that icon, it won't allow them to proceed. We also need to disable some of the integrations throughout the Chrome browser. And to do that, we'll go back one page to the user and browser section and just do a search or a find, Control F for lens. And you'll see several different options. New tab page lens button, so we're going to want to turn that one off. Google Lens camera assisted search, we're going to turn that one off. Region search, you can disable that. Gallery app integration, disable that. And I think that is the last one. Lens overlay. So basically just any lens policy you find, disable those for the users that you would like to prevent using Google Lens. While these AI tools can be very useful, I understand they can also be disruptive for the classroom. So hopefully these policies will help you have some thoughtful discussions with your teachers and students as you figure out the AI policy for your district. I have several other videos that you might find interesting on managing AI for students. I'll link to them on this end screen. And I'd like to also invite you to join the Google Admin Weekly, my free email newsletter for IT administrators who manage Google Workspace for Education.